Hey guys, it's Nadia from LiaDia Designs, and I have a quick new tutorial for you. This is a 3D sculpted tray that I recently made, and I videoed the process so this way you guys could follow along. So the first thing that we do is, as you can see, there's a resin layer that I first laid down. I poured that and let it dry, and then now what I'm doing is I am adding some three-dimensional paste. So this is a molding paste, a light molding paste from Golden. And because this isn't a regular edge, I'm just going in first to kind of fill in some of the creases where I'm probably not going to be able to get in with the putty knife that I'm going to be using soon after this. So first I'm just kind of going with the brush and just filling in those areas. So the next thing that I'm going to do is I take my putty knife and I am just kind of gathering small amounts to make kind of like this this scalloped type of edge. So as you can see here, I'm doing it slowly first, and then I just kind of go into a time lapse to show you that I'm just going to continue that pattern all the way along. And I'm going to continue that till about 2/3 of the way down the tray. Once that's dry, so you have to leave it to let it dry for an hour or so. And once that's dry to touch, then the next thing I'm doing is I took some iridescent mica powder and I mixed it with some gloss varnish. I'm going to tag the companies that I used in the description below. So if you guys want to see the links and the tags below, that's where you can find the list of products. So, but basically I just wanted to get a pearlescent type of look to these scalloped areas. So I just used a brush with a bit of varnish and mica powder and brushed the entire piece. After that, what I did is I mixed some iridescent flakes with, again, some of the same varnish that I was using from before, and created kind of a thick kind of paste with it, and then just spread that along the areas that I hadn't covered with the scalloped edges. And so just kind of give it another type of texture to the piece here. The next step, once that was dry, is I just wanted to add a little bit of metallic gold to the edges. So I used a metallic paint, and again I'm going to tag the company below. I think I show it a little bit later in the video as well. So I just went through and I wanted to kind of have a little bit of a gradient type of look, so you'll see that the gold is a bit heavier along the bottom, and then the along the top I did it a little bit thinner, so it just kind of gives a bit of a gradient type of look. The next step that I didn't actually video is once everything was dry, I left it overnight to dry. Once it was dry, then the next step was to pour a clear layer of resin over everything. So this way we get a nice flat surface, glossy flat surface that also just protects the design underneath. Once the resin has dried, the next step is to paint the edges. So I had sanded the edges, and now I'm wiping off any extra residue with some alcohol, the rubbing alcohol, and now I'm going to go ahead and paint the edges. showing a new product here that I haven't shown before. In my previous videos, I've shown paint markers, and this one I actually use a different type of paint. It is modeling paint for like toy cars and things like that. It has a very nice finish as well. I do use this at times on my coasters as well, but I found over time it's become less readily available, so I don't always recommend it because I don't know how easy it is for everyone to find. So it can definitely be used interchangeably with the metallic paint markers that I've shown in a previous video. So once the edges are painted and dried, I do the top edge first, and then I do the sides, and then once everything's dry, then the piece is pretty much complete. And I just add handles and we're all set. I hope you guys liked this tutorial, and if you did, please like and subscribe, and leave a comment. Let me know what you thought, and if there's anything else you'd like to see me make a video about, feel free to let me know. Thanks guys, take care, see you next time.